Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Queen Amadai TV, the root of all evil. Okay? So, hello, Kenla, Miss Natural Candy J. Don't need a man stop telling me I do. Katia. Flow Records is in the house. Gary. Okay, Queen Conscious, Marietta. Thank you all for tuning in, everyone. So let's go ahead and get into it, all right? Because you know I have another broadcast after this on the Conscious channel, right? All right, more than meets the third eye. So with that all being said, this live stream is going to be about a prolific bank robber who was robbing all these banks, and I think they believe he robbed at least 16. But however, he took a break and didn't rob any banks for like 10 or 11 years, and then all of a sudden showed up on the scene again. So as of December of 2020, the FBI was still looking for him and asking for help in catching him, okay, known as Too Tall. So we're going to talk about that tonight. So let me see if I can get this other chat open. Okay. Let me see here. I don't know why this isn't getting on here. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. All right. Hello, Enlightened One Kingdom, Regina. Okay. Serial bank robber Too Tall hits Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina. All right. Now, according to the FBI, in each of the robberies, the suspect usually walks behind or jumps over the teller counter and then threatens the employees. Now, we have some video footage here, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you all can see this. And let me read my fair use disclaimer first and foremost. Okay. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing.
Shipped is delivery done differently. Our expert shoppers pick up groceries, but also pet supplies. And get Great Dane-sized savings and deals on tail wagging faves without damaging your wallet. Figuratively, at least. Deals delivered. That's the difference Kim makes.
Okay, so you all see how he operates, honey. He definitely looks tall. Okay. Oh, yep, it's crazy, right? Queen, would you happen to have a pic of Too Tall? No, I don't. And guess what? The FBI doesn't have a pic of him either. That's why he's on the run. They never caught him, right? That's absolutely why. No one has a picture of him. You see, he wears a mask when he comes in there. The only thing I could find of him when I did the research was him with mask on, nothing showing his face. Okay, so anyway, according to the FBI, in each of the robberies, the suspect usually walks behind or jumps over the teller counters and threatens employees with a handgun. Now, this occurred in Tennessee, this robbery. Okay, the FBI is looking for a suspect, a suspected bank robber who has taken withdrawals from banks at gunpoint since 2009. And this is according to the agency. Now, the feds have nicknamed the suspect serial bank robber the Too Tall Bandit because he is described as being 6 feet 2 inches or 6 feet 6 inches, weighing approximately 210 to 250 pounds. Now, while he hasn't hit any banks in Kentucky, agents say that he has hit a number of banks in the neighboring areas, okay, in neighboring Tennessee state. FBI agents are working with state and local partners to determine if this suspect is connected to other robberies. Investigators say they believe the person is responsible for at least 16 bank robberies in Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina. The most recent robbery happened on November the 27th, and this was of 2020. They say he hit the United Community Bank in Etowah, North Carolina. Now, according to the FBI, in each of the robberies, the suspect usually walks behind or jumps over the teller counter and threatens people with a handgun. The suspect then demands that the bank employees put money from the vault and their teller drawers into a bag that the robber brings with him. The alleged robber then instructs the bank employees to identify bait money and die packs. Also, he tells them, y'all think y'all slick? Just go on and show me which one of those are the die packs, all right? And the bait money, because I'm not having it, okay? And the bank employees are ordered to get on the floor as the suspect leaves. Now, during some crimes, the robber exits the rear of the bank and was not seen in a getaway vehicle, according to the FBI. In recent cases, the suspect walked with an uneven gait. Witnesses said this to the agents. Maybe it was Kaiser Soze. Hey, who knows? All right. In a business robbery, the suspect walked behind the pharmacy counter and instructed employees to place prescription opioids in his bag. So he's a drug dealer too? Oh, okay. Now the agency is asking the public for help to identify the suspect and is offering a reward of $15,000. Let me tell you something. That's why nobody knows what this man looks like. If anybody knew what he looked like, had a clue or an inkling, you think they wouldn't turn his behind in for 15 stacks? No less. Clearly. They have no idea what he looks like except for his height and his size. Now, in each robbery, the suspect is heavily disguised with a mask, a coat, and gloves. He is armed with a black handgun, according to the FBI. He's not playing no games, people. Now, anyone with information, they want you to call 1-800-CALL-FBI or 800-225-5324. They say investigators said the following robberies were committed by the same suspect since 2009. Now, listen to these robberies, okay? November the 27th, 2009. Volunteer State Bank on 2920 Highway 31 West, White House, Tennessee. November the 12th, 2010, Sumner Bank and Trust at 780 Browns Lane, Gallatin, Tennessee. And then November the 9th, 2012, SunTrust Bank at 731 Cool Springs Boulevard, Franklin, Tennessee. March 31st, 2014, First Tennessee Bank at 11864 Kingston Pike at Farragut, Tennessee. November the 24th, 2014, Tri-Summit Bank, 154 East Broadway Boulevard, Jefferson City, Tennessee. And then November the 13th, 2015, Home Federal Bank, 3671 Parkway, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. October 27, 2016, Capital Bank, 136 Concord Road, Knoxville, Tennessee. November 25, 2016, First Citizens Bank, 104 Edgewood Street, Lyman, South Carolina. November the 16th, 2016, Home Trust Bank at 140 Airport Road, Arden, North Carolina. November the 17th, 2017, B&B Bank, 263 East Broadway Boulevard, Jefferson City, Tennessee. November the 24th, 2017, Citizens National Bank, 813 Huckleberry Lane, Knoxville, Tennessee. October 26, 2018, B&T Bank, 818 Church Street, North Concord, North Carolina. December 21st, 2018, BB&T Bank, 850 Merriman Avenue, Asheville, North Carolina. January the 4th, 2019, SunTrust Bank, First Bank, 2nd Market Street, Brevard, North Carolina. And then November 27th, 2020, United Community Bank, 50 United Bank Drive, Etowah, North Carolina. Did anyone notice anything about these robberies? Let's see how perceptive you are. Let's see. Did anyone notice anything? Please put in the chats. Did anyone notice anything about these robberies? Never been to Tennessee and won't go now for sure. Oh my God, your name is Too Tall McCall. Yeah, no wonder you won't go, right? Dan Rook said Tennessee and North Carolina, small towns. The Novembers have it. That is it, people. Pay attention. Most of these robberies are committed in November. Do you know why? Does anyone know why he would commit them mostly in November? He was on a roll for sure. Yes, absolutely. Now, I went to school for criminal justice, so surely I have picked up on the pattern and know why he's doing it. But does anyone have a clue why he's doing these robberies in November? Someone please put in the chat. If you can figure out why he has done these robberies in November specifically. Regina says he needs Christmas money. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you the dates, okay? November 27th, November 12th, November the 9th, 13th, 25th, 16th, 17th, 24th, November the 6th, and the 27th. Let me tell you why. Yes, because of Thanksgiving, people. He's robbing these banks during the holiday season because he knows that people are going to be busy bustling around shopping. They're going to be so caught up thinking about their shopping, you know, Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners and who's coming and all of that. People clearly are distracted during the holiday season. You know, that's the easiest time to rob somebody, right? People coming out of stores with bags and whatnot and this, not, and having all this cash on them and all these debit cards, credit cards, or whatever. Yes, because everybody's going shopping around these holidays from November, the beginning of November, until the end of December. This is why he's picking these times, because people are clearly not paying attention to their surroundings and they're caught completely off guard. And at the end of the day, the banks may likely have more cash on hand because they know more people will be making withdrawals and things like that. So, Queen, would you happen to have a... Oh, okay, I already read that one. My chat stopped again. Hold on, people. Let me get this started. So that's all crazy, right? Yes, he was on a roll. Now, hold on, because there's more information about Mr. Too Tall, no less. Okay. Now, here's another video of him. Hold on. Let's see what we have here. Prolific bank robber dubbed the Too Tall Bandit strikes after taking a 2-year break. I'm sorry, I thought it was a 10-year break, but no, it was a 2-year break. And the victims describe him as being up to 6 feet 8 inches tall. Okay. Now, the search for a serial bank robber dubbed the Too Tall Bandit, who has eluded law enforcement for 11 years, okay, has heated up again after he struck twice in November Twice in November, people, following an apparent 2-year hiatus, according to the FBI. Now, the menacing criminal, who FBI officials suspect is responsible for holding up at least 16 banks and a pharmacy since 2009 in South Carolina and Tennessee, and most recently, Western North Carolina, has been described by terrorized victims as being up to 6 feet 8 inches tall, weighing approximately 250 pounds, and has a collection of Halloween-type masks. And here's the thing. By the fact that he's wearing masks and gloves and a coat or a jacket, they likely don't even know his race. Pay attention. That's why he's wearing the gloves, no less. So they go on to say, they say, we're just hoping that someone can give us the tip that we need to identify him before someone gets hurt. It is definitely a concern. This is what Shelley Lynch, spokesperson for the FBI field office in Charlotte, North Carolina, said, okay, to NBC or ABC. Now, the FBI released security camera footage of the takeover-style armed holdup in hopes that someone recognizes the robber. So let me show you that. See if any of you know this nefarious robber. Could be one of you for all I know. You could be tuning into the Queen just to see how much information I have on you for all I know. Too Tall McCall, you're suspicious right about now. I'm going to keep my eyes on you. Okay. Now, this is a picture of him in the mask, as you can see. And then here is the video. It says the Too Tall bandit is wanted for at least 16 bank robberies in the Carolinas and Tennessee. He's heavily disguised, but you may recognize how he walks. He has a limp that affects his right leg. He is considered armed and dangerous. Call the FBI if you have a tip. The FBI needs your help to identify the subject in the following video. Please note the subject's clothing. Let me tell y'all something. See his shoes? He's wearing some Nikes. Those look like some Air Max. He's definitely bow-legged. Let me tell y'all something. Now, we saw these videos already, but let me just tell y'all something. At the end of the day, people, I don't know that that's an actual limp that he has. I don't think he actually has a limp. I think he's pulling a Kaiser Soze on them, okay? You all remember the movie The Usual Suspects, if you saw that, right? He is a white man. I believe he's a white man. And the reason I believe he's a white man is because of his physique and his posture and the way he walked in there, right? And that's what I think. I think he is white, yes. Maybe an ex-basketball player, LOL. I don't know about that. But I tell you what, I don't think he limps for real. Like I said, I think he's pulling the Kaiser Soze. Extended magazine in that Glock. Really? Okay, very interesting observation because I didn't even notice that. So anyway, it goes on to say, there's something distinctive about the way he walks. This is what Lynch says. He appears to have a limp that impacts his right leg. Now, like in other robberies, the man who authorities believe is white, yes, they believe him to be white, and in his 40s, entered the bank holding a dark gun and vaults the teller counter. Okay, now he does come into the bank right away, pointing his gun, typically at bank employees, ordering them to the ground. And in many cases, he actually jumps the counter and goes behind the teller area. He struck in the first bank in North Carolina, in Brevard, North Carolina, about 11 miles southwest of Etowah in 2016. They say he has a very aggressive manner. is heavily disguised, and again, with a weapon every single time. This is what Lynch said. She says, we do just want to see if we can get some additional tips from the public, either recognizing some of the clothing he's worn in multiple robberies or hearing about his description and maybe knowing someone who is that tall, has a deep voice, and walks with a limp. Now, before the Brevard Bank heist, the robber's last known holdup was back on January the 4th of 2019 at a SunTrust Bank in Franklin, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Nashville. He is believed to have robbed the same bank in 2012, according to officials. And Lynch said it remains a mystery why the bandit apparently took a nearly 2-year break. She said FBI agents are probing a theory that the robber was incarcerated during that time. Interesting. Now, following a string of robberies in 2018, the FBI issued a $15,000 reward for information leading to the man's arrest, but nothing came of it. And they said the FBI believes the bandit's first robbery occurred on November the 27th of 2009 at the Volunteer State Bank in White House, Tennessee. The only time he's deviated from his pattern of targeting banks was when he allegedly robbed a Farragut pharmacy in Farragut, Tennessee on December 18th of 2014, according to FBI officials. But in that case, he apparently wasn't looking for cash. The suspect walked behind the pharmacy counter and instructed employees to place prescription opioids in the bag that the robber brought with him, similar to one used in the bank robberies. Now, that's what a statement by the FBI said. Let me tell you about something. If he's robbing a pharmacy and asking for opioids, could he be selling them? Maybe he's on drugs. Maybe that's why he's doing all the robberies. Who knows, right? I just find this all very interesting, people. And so that's the story of Too Tall, the bank robber. And he has not been captured. Now, he's got to be pretty smart, because after robbing at least 16 banks to go undetected, they've not caught him. They have no information on him. Kendall said he's a pill popper. Let me tell you something. He could be, like I said, maybe he's taking those pills for himself. He could be taking them to sell. I don't know. But nevertheless, he has to be pretty smart to keep getting away with this, okay? The thing of it is, pills are worth tons of money. Yes, absolutely. Here's the thing, though. Definitely not enough likes to match the number of peeps watching. Thank you, Melanated Brown. Get the likes up, people. Come on, let's get the likes up. Listen, let me just tell you all this. At the end of the day, this man likely is off somewhere. I'm thinking he lives off somewhere to himself, doesn't work a regular job, lives off of the money that he steals, probably does, in fact, sell drugs also. Opioids, things like that, or whatever, because clearly that's what he stole or whatever, mind you. I don't think he's on drugs, because here's the thing. If he was really on drugs, I don't know if he would be so smooth at getting away. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably going undetected for such a lengthy amount of time. It's been 11 years and they have not caught him. They have no trace, no clue, no ideas. They have no DNA, anything. And he's covered all his bases and tracks. He wears gloves. You can't see his skin tone or any of that. Heavily masked, right? Now, maybe someone could recognize his voice if they perhaps put out a clip of his voice on the news media. I don't know if they've already done that, but that might be something they could do, because they said he has a deep voice. So if he has a deep voice, it's likely a distinctive voice. So maybe they should put that on the news. I guess drugs have a different effect on him. I don't know. I don't know. He might not be on drugs. That's what I'm saying. He probably stole the drugs to sell them. He is a master of all trades, drug dealer by night, bank robber by day type of criminal. Yes, Suda Africa. Okay, Africana. He's getting his paper. Oh, and Suda Africana said it's a fake voice as well. You know what he could be? He could clearly be a modern day Kaiser Soze. All right? That was one of my favorite movies, by the way. One of my favorite crime movies. Kaiser Soze had them all fooled, including the Queen, until I saw the end. So with that all being said, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this broadcast, people. I hope you enjoyed that story. Now, I will be repeating the story about the Dunbar heist, right? Because as I said, I accidentally deleted that video. So I'm going to be redoing that one sometime this week, all right? And he's a smooth criminal without Michael Jackson. Regina said they know he's white. Yes. Most bank robbers are, though. Most bank robbers are. Especially the ones that get away with it, right? What's the movie? Hold on, I can see that. What's the movie's name? Oh, I don't know that there's a movie about him. There's no movie about him. But at the end of the day, the story, like I said, the story about the Dunbar robbery or heist, which is the largest cash robbery in America's history. I did that a few days ago. I accidentally deleted, so I'm going to be doing that again. Now I'm going to conclude this broadcast. Love the show. Thank you, beloved. Thank you. It's Mayo and it says so, says Katia. Listen, very interesting. Thank you, beloved. So I'm going to go ahead and close out, people, because you know I have to be right black in 30 or 26 minutes, okay, for my next broadcast on Queen Amadai TV, More Than Meets the Eye. Okay, or More Than Meets the Third Eye. So for all of you, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel. I think this channel has the lowest amount of subs. So please subscribe to this channel. I'll be going live on here once or twice a week, at least once a week, and telling different stories like this and different nefarious things people do for money. It won't always be bank robberies. It'll be other things, you know, murder for hire, you know, so killing people so they can get their insurance money, their life insurance policies and all that stuff. Just different things, right? Even cops that engage in things in crime so they can make money, you know, drug deals. All of those things will be covered on this platform, okay? With that all being said, I hope to see you all tuned right back in on my other channel, okay? Queen Amadai TV presents More Than Meets the Third Eye. I'm going to be concluding the segment I did last night called The Pineal Gland Shows You God, Can Show You God. So if you want some spiritual information, some wisdom, talk about raising your levels of consciousness and things of that nature, please tune in, okay? And until next time, family, I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.